Hello friend, my name is Asindra and today I'm going to be playing for you Lads in Distress by somebody. It's not by NaNoRenO, I don't think, because that's the Ren'Py
National novel something.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be national novel, would it?
I don't know.
Uh,
It's just,
anyway.
It's not by NaNoRenO, because that's the thing where you do for a month, you make a game. Anyway, with me I have Comp.
Hi!
Let's see, credits? Who is this by? Oh, wow.
Nobody. We're not allowed to know.
Credits. Writers, Pierrota, and Wind Chimes, character artist LZ, CG artist. What is your group name though? Ooh, there's gonna be chibis. That's always cool. Lots of people worked on this. And the composer, nice.
Yeah, isn't it a group of people, like a small groups of people get together for the thing?
Yeah.
To put together the thing and do the stuff.
Not always. Sometimes it's just one person, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like, I know that, Nom Nom Nami does their own stuff most of the time.
I know, it was Five Nights at I can't speak. Five Nights at Freddy's was all just one dude.
Scott
at
Kaufman.
First. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are all the people that worked on this. I don't know what the actual group name is, but
we don't know what the group name is, but those are the group people that were in the group that made the thing that we are currently going to play.
So let's play it.
Cronk it out.
I frown in concentration as I carefully tilt the bottle just enough to add a single drop to the pot. There's a loud sizzle, and I watch with a satisfied smile as the liquid in the pot turns a cloudy blue. Perfect. I knew it. I'm a genius. A knock on the door cuts my celebration short. I scowl in annoyance at the sudden interruption. You may not come in. The door creaks as they completely ignore my order and enter the room.
You wound me, Charming.
Not in reality. I could, though.
Right?
At his voice, I turn around with a smile. I'm greeted with the sight of my best friend, his hands clasped over his chest in a dramatic gesture. I mirror his teasing grin and threaten him playfully. You know, I could have your head off for disobeying my command blatantly like that. I drag my finger across my throat for emphasis and wink cheekily at him. Nicole's eyes are widened comically, and he staggers backwards in an exaggerated manner, making me snort at his performance. He abruptly drops the act and flashes me a good-natured grin.
All I can think of is the character from Gundam Seed named Nickel, but he had green hair. Green.
I don't...
You wouldn't. You're too fond of me to have me executed.
I've never seen Gundam.
Anime nerd.
Yeah. I know of it, but I don't know it.
It was a thing. I was obsessed. The main character cries all the time. It's kind of sad.
Aww. It's true. Nicole has been my best friend for as long as I can remember. He is a mere 2 months older than me, and we have always been together, even as babies. His father used to be my teacher for magic and potion making, and as a result, he was allowed to live in the palace with his family. Since there weren't many kids in the palace, Nicole and I easily became friends, and partners in crime for our many mischievous adventures that always get us into trouble.
What potion are you making?
Nicole strides forward and peers into the pot.
Let me guess, an invisibility potion? It's looking good. Of course, I would expect nothing less from a student of mine.
I make a face at him while he guffaws at his own words.
Who guffaws?
Him, apparently. Ever since Nicole took over as my tutor after his father retired, he's been making teasing remarks whenever possible about his new elevated status. He conveniently leaves out the fact that I can count the number of lessons he's taught me on one hand, because I'm as good as him in magic, despite the fact that he's only half fairy and his magic is in his blood. Did you have an actual purpose coming here, or did you come to laugh at me?
Oh. Thanks for the reminder. I almost forgot. I'm here with a message from the king and the queen.
My smile falls and I turn my back on him, fixing my attention on the potion in front of me.
If he's half fairy, I feel like I should have ratcheted my voice up a notch.
You've already started. It's fine.
Yeah, I know.
I reach for the nearest jar of ingredients and start examining it, pretending to be busy. That can wait. As you can see, I'm in the middle of something important. You know full well how disastrous the consequences can be to mess up even a single step while making potions.
But that won't happen because you're Princess Charming. You don't make novice mistakes like that.
I can't help but smile with pride, and sparkle apparently. Of course.
I'm a shoujo sparkle at you.
The glint of amusement in Nicole's eyes immediately rouses my suspicion. What are you looking at me like that for? The realization that Nicole has tricked me into belying myself slowly dawns on me. I briefly consider making up another excuse to avoid this conversation, but I decide against it in the end. I can't run away from this forever. I might as well get this over with. Well, you've successfully softened me up with some flattery. What does that message say? Nicole holds out a scroll towards me. After a moment of hesitation, I take it from him. What's this?
It's a list of all of the guests that will be attending the royal ball next week. It still needs your approval.
I snort and toss the scroll aside without sparing a second glance.
Can't you just glance at it and go, yeah, sure?
Right? My approval? My approval doesn't even really matter, does it?
Charming, I know this is unpleasant and unfair for...
Definitely. I'm glad you know it too.
You? But you know that your parents would never have asked this of you if it could have been avoided. We've tried every alternative, even
He pauses, as though catching himself from saying something he wasn't supposed to. I make a mental note to ask him about this later.
Even...
Glum.
The kingdom needs this. We need you.
I chew on the inside of my cheek for a moment, struggling internally. Frankly speaking, the idea of getting tied down at such a young age, alright, 18 isn't that young, but still too young for marriage in my book, terrifies me.
Nah, honey, you young.
Yeah, you baby.
Yeah.
There's still so much of the world to be explored. There's so much that I have yet to do before being preoccupied with the duties of a wife, and in the future, the duties of a mother.
Just shove it off on the husband.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't shove off pregnancy.
Well, true, but all of the shit that comes after being pregnant, you can just be like, you have it, I gotta go explore shit. You have it.
You have it.
This is why I'm not a parent.
Yep. Yet on the other hand, this is my duty as a princess. I have to save my people. How could I ever refuse to help people in need, especially when they are my people?
How does getting married save someone?
Je ne sais pas. I know. This is the only reason why I'm going through with this. Fine, I'll look at the list. Eventually. Though I doubt my disapproval of some guests being invited would change anything. I'm still getting married off to a random noble I meet at the ball. Does it really matter who we invite?
Well, just look at the list whenever you can. Your parents also want me to inform you that you should stay away from the men whose names on the list are circled.
Which means we're going to go after them.
Yep.
My curiosity is reluctantly piqued.
We immediately have a list of who we're going for.
Yep. Who? Why invite them to the ball in the first place? Nicole doesn't answer, giving me a playful smile. Inwardly, I curse at how well Nicole knows me, and how well he can play me as a result, using my curiosity to his advantage. Why can't we just marry him?
Right?
I mean, I guess he's not nobility. Never mind.
Well,
Alright.
He's half fairy, that should make him noble enough.
Yeah. I don't think noble's the word you're looking for there. Alright, you win. I'll do as I was asked, but only on the condition that you will answer any questions I have. Nicole's smile grows wider as he bows deeply.
Fucking bug in my room. You drive a hard bargain, your highness. I accept your terms. You know where to find me when you need me.
Oh, now you remember your manners and act like a loyal, subservient subject after sneakily manipulating me into agreement?
What's this kinky shit happening, yo?
Nickel gives a loud laugh and then turns to leave the room. Right before he reaches the door, he pauses and mumbles something so quietly I almost missed it.
I'm sorry.
With that, Nickel walks away.
That's not ominous at all.
Yeah. I glare down into the cauldron. If my memory serves me right, truth serums are supposed to be the color of obsidian, not vomit. I give an angry scowl and kick the side of the cauldron. Work already, you pathetic thing. I don't understand. Reverse engineering potions may be considered difficult, but I've never had trouble with this. Normally I could create the perfect mixture with my eyes closed. Sighing, I wrest the vial of fairy tears off the nearby shelf for another attempt. How much you bet she kicked him in the nuts or something, and...
That's exactly what I thought. Like, you punch Nickel for those. Listen,
extra potent because they're fresh.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yep. What would be great is if he did that himself for like his potions, just like thinks of something really sad and cries into his own potion.
Fuck! I need a extra tears. Shit! Punch yourself in the face.
I tilt it above the cauldron and pour in a single drop. I should prepare myself for marriage. But when I look down at my hands, the entire vial is empty. A curse escapes my mouth as we're gonna need some more.
Nicole, we need you.
A curse escapes my mouth as I peer down at the cauldron once more, wincing at the disaster. The liquid is exponentially more disgusting, which is progress in its own way. I'm so grossed out that I start laughing incredulously at myself.
That's not usually my reaction, being grossed out.
Yeah, mine is usually to just leave.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is not a good day for me. I turn to the bookshelf and quickly scan through the row of books, looking for Nickel's potion-making journal. Thankfully, I have no trouble finding it.
She has his diary?
Yep. When I reach up to grab it off the shelf, a long sheet of vellum covered with calligraphy slips out from between the pages. I roll my eyes at the sight of the list of guests for the upcoming ball. Of course, how convenient. Conveniently annoying, yes, but still convenient. Well, it's not like I'm dying to learn about some potions some more by any means, especially when I'm worrying about forming an alliance, so I suppose I should take a break and make it good on my promise to take a quick look at the guest list. I slide the book back into place on the shelf and crouch down to pick up the list. 3 names are circled in red and immediately catch my eyes. Prince Snow of Snow Kingdom, Prince Myrrh of Water Kingdom, and Prince Zell of Forest Kingdom.
Listen, we could marry a mermaid.
Okay, you make a convincing argument, but I'm still probably going to want to go with Prince Snow just because his name is Prince Snow of Snow Kingdom.
True, but a mermaid.
Well, what do they look like? We'll find out.
That's true. If he's not actually a mermaid, then, whatever.
Yeah.
He just has the name, and he's a faker and a poser.
He's a poser. What are you, 2009? Was it 2009 or 2005 that had My Immortal? I think it was 2005, probably.
I think it was 2005, yeah.
Anyway, if I remember...
It might be, for all we know, My Immortal might be eternal, okay?
It probably is.
It's going to live forever.
If I remember correctly, their city-states are all fairly affluent and are located in nearby advantageous locations. If my parents are willing to disregard the benefits of a union with one of them, they must be pretty damn questionable. My lips climb into a grin. Curiosity is meant to be sated after all, and Nickel did ask me to look into the guests. Who should I research first? Who should we research first? Let's just go through the list?
Yeah, why not? We'll start with Mermaid.
Merman. I duly note the name Prince Myrrh. If my memory serves me right, Prince Myrrh of Water Kingdom disappeared almost 7 years ago without a trace. When he finally re-emerged weeks later, he was voiceless and somber, a pale shadow of the child he used to be. My eyes sparkle in excitement. The only thing that excites me more than curses is the possibility of being the great magician who breaks them.
He could just have depression, bitch!
That's a very good point. I want to learn more about Prince Myrrh. I need to. And I know exactly who to consult. Finding Nicole takes a good half hour and way more dedication than I normally would have bothered to put into it. He turns around with a hearty laugh and a teasing glint in his eyes before I can say a word.
As noisy as ever, I see. Your
Rude.
footsteps are loud enough. What?
Rude.
Rude, yeah, rude. Your footsteps are loud enough to shake the whole castle. It's a miracle the castle hasn't collapsed already after years of your stomping. Wow.
Observant as ever, I see. Your ears are keen enough to hear the ants crawling around. Even I can tell how pathetic my comeback was. Nicole leans against the wall and gives me a triumphant smirk.